The What a Knockoff Game Jam was a game jam where the theme was to create an original game that was intentionally similar to another. I was originally thinking of doing a simplified forager because I find the concept and gameplay of that game really interesting. However, Fartfish, the person that made me music for the last game jam, hit me up and wanted to make a game together. We ended up deciding to do a knockoff of Rogue, which is pretty open-ending, so we could basically do whatever we wanted. Originally, we were going to have the main character be a chicken with tile-based movement, and you could attack near you and then do a ranged attack from people that are 2 blocks away but not 1. I thought this was a really interesting mechanic and I thought it would be fun to make, so we got to work. Day 1 started out by me making some basic tile-based movement, while Fartfish got to work on the random generation. After this, for simplicity's sake, we ended up deciding that we would do a normal-based movement system instead of the tile-based that we had been doing before. So basically that meant we had to scrap all the code that I had done for the play-based movement before. So, while I worked on assets, Fartfish got to work on the new movement system and some interactable grass. On Monday, I started trying to work with GDScript, but it was just really confusing for me, so I just decided I would let Fartfish deal with all the code and I would do the art. Not a whole lot was done Monday. There was a previous attacking system that we had gotten in place here, where basically you would just kind of move into the enemies or the grass or whatever and it would deal damage. But on Tuesday, I went to go play Dungeons & Dragons with a couple of my friends, and Fartfish had something else to do that night, so we didn't really get any progress done then. On Wednesday, I was getting a little frustrated with the lack of progress on the game because I thought to all the other game jams where so much more would have been done in this time, but you know, us having not aligned schedules or time zones, made it kind of difficult for us to get progress done on the game. And all on top of that, I was using a program that I really had no idea how to use. But that day, Fartfish got to work on the new combat mechanic, so I was pretty happy with how the development was coming along. But that day, Fartfish got to work on the new combat mechanic, added some basic enemy AI, and imported the background that I had made previously into the game. Thursday, Fartfish implemented the variations to the ducks, as well as some screen shake for some polish. Today, the menu was added, as well as the health bar and some improvements to the game, including the sword being able to be thrown. Today was the last day of the jam, and Fartfish got to work on the difficulty progression system, as well as some other minor UI improvements. So the game is out now, and in the description if you want to play it. It's pretty far from what I had originally imagined it being, but you know, I learned a lot from this experience, and I definitely want to do some more jams in the future. But for now, that's going to be all for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Tell me your feedback in the comments below, and subscribe if you want to see more from me. But yeah, that's about it. Bye.
That was actually the first try.